wants to join in. Thank you. Okay, once again, good evening, everyone. Welcome to the InnoAgora pitching event. My name is Elena Karayani. I am honored to be your guest for today. We are thrilled to have you all here, whether you are a startup founder or an investor. Before we begin, I would like to cover a few housekeeping items. Please make sure that your microphones are muted during the pitches to avoid any background noise. We encourage you to use the chat function to ask any questions, which we will address during the Q&A session after each pitch. I would also like to inform you that the event will be recorded and will be available to our investors upon request. So, without further ado, let's get started. Our first startup is Lunar Cargo, which is revolutionizing the space industry with their innovative solution. Presenting from Mr. Kosmas. Mr. Kosma, over to you.
Thank you. Do you see my screen?
Yes.
Okay. So we at Lunar Cargo develop an affordable lunar landing system we call Makedonas. It addresses the lunar transportation market, which is estimated, according to PricewaterhouseCoopers, to be 1.5 trillion for the duration of the validity of our patent. In this duration, we can save 1 trillion, and we also eliminate the risk from ejecta. We have already the European patent certificate since last year, and last week we received confirmation by the US Patent Office that we're going to have the certificate of the US patent in the coming months. The main reason of this new rush, gold rush for the moon, is because of the resources, and in particular, helium-3, which is the ideal fuel for aneutronic fusion, with which humanity can replace the burning of fossil fuels of 5 trillion annually. Once aneutronic fusion becomes reality in the next 10 to 15 years. But already there is demand for helium-3 coming from quantum computing, medical imaging, and security. The current price fluctuates between 20 million per kilo and 100 million per kilo. The system we developed consists of three elements: of a mothership that contains parcels, a catcher that we place on high ground on the lunar surface, and a system for deceleration of the parcel that we call necklace. When the parcel is released by the mother spacecraft, it goes into a catcher, which is connected with this system we call necklace, and over 10 kilometers decelerates and steers the parcel towards a safety net. So the innovation of this system is that operates without consuming any fuel, but instead exploits simple mechanical principles: mass inertia and elasticity of material. And the same system, apart from receiving parcels from an orbiter, it can also operate to receive parcels that are being shot in a ballistic transportation from another location on the lunar surface, literally from the other side of the moon. The pain points we solve is that we reduce the cost or we increase the efficiency. Either way, you can say that. We increase the efficiency by 323%. We have very high cadence of delivery. We don't generate any ejecta. This is very important. And we offer mobility on the surface and for delivering emergency supplies to distressed teams anywhere on the lunar surface. We achieve that by having the system established on the surface. And we can start with very small parcels, as small as 200 grams, but the system will have exponential growth at a rate of 10 times every 3 years. I have worked as project controller for the biggest and most successful satellite project ever for Meteosat second generation. Last year, we received a distinction by the Moon Village Association. We won the global competition for lunar transportation. And we are asking 500K for additional IP protection to perform multi-body dynamics, pursue also a defense application, pursue a firefighting application, and for marketing. And we also ask in parallel 5 million for developing hardware, and in particular, a spacecraft made of wire to be sent in a parking orbit around Earth for further forwarding. We have the capability to do it. Here is an example of one of our engineers, multi-body dynamics of a simple net, multi-body dynamics in contact with a matter. This is the type of material we can use to replace typical dummy payloads. And as an annex, I say that this concept is an evolution with respect to the Lunar Slide Lander developed by a partner of Verheyen von Braun named Elrike Kraft. Here are the calculation on how we achieve the efficiency increase by 323%. Our team consists of very experienced people with altogether about 400 years of experience in space engineering. That's all. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Mr. Kosmas. That was an excellent presentation. I would like to ask you a question about the patent, the purpose of the patent.
Yeah.
Could you elaborate a little bit on that?
Yes, We submitted the first patent application in March 2021. It describes the two landing systems we have. I did not demonstrate part of the patent. I focused for simplicity to Macedonia system that describes what is the system, what are the elements, and how it functions. We have to describe, this is the rules of presenting a patent. So we had to describe all that, material properties, how it works, and so forth.
Great, great. Thank you very much. And now let's move on to the Q&A. If there are any questions, let me see. Please feel free to write your questions in the chat, or of course you can contact Mr. Kosmas later on if you wish to. Okay, now thank you for your response once again, Mr. Kosmas. If there are no further questions, let's now proceed with our next startup.
If I can cover the Q&A time by giving some additional explanations.
Okay.
To say that there are some material that make my life easier, and this came by innovations of third parties after we submitted the patent, so it has become more easy than it was initially, because the Kent University has developed in laboratory one substance, is a protein that we have in our human body, and this protein can act as amortisseur, dumping the kinetic energy from the parcels, because these parcels move at a velocity similar to a bullet, 1.5 kilometers per second. And we want something that will not be damaged under these extreme velocities, and this comes from Kent University. Also, last week, one scientist from Finland developed algorithms taking into account the very complex mass distribution on the moon to facilitate the approach of the mothership and deliver with high precision the parcels into the catcher we have developed. So we have no risk whatsoever with respect to the navigation of the parcels, and no risk whatsoever as regards the impact with our catcher. These revelations came after the patent submission, and we're very happy that our job becomes easier thanks to contribution from other scientists.
Thank you. Great. Thank you, Mr. Kosmas. Now, next up we have Theratechnica, which is making waves in the biotech sector. Presenting on behalf of Theratechnica, Mr. Kouvidis, the stage is yours.
Good evening, everyone.
Hello.
I will upload my presentation. I'm wondering if you can see the full screen of the presentation right now.
Yes.
Okay. So Theratechnica addresses challenges in healthcare and medical education. Our vision is simple but powerful, a future where healthcare is more personalized, precise, and accessible. We develop solutions in the areas of virtual reality and augmented reality. We develop mobile medical applications and AI-powered decision support tools. Concerning market opportunity, AR and VR in healthcare is projected to reach 70 billion by 2030, is the green line in the screen. The AI in healthcare is projected to reach 187 billion by 2030, is the blue line in the screen. In relation to the products that we already have developed, in the area of virtual reality, we have developed Nurse Tech VR, which is an advanced virtual reality training platform for nursing training. It's already operational, adopted by professional. It has been adopted by a major healthcare provider in Greece. and there are going discussions to be adopted by other healthcare providers in Greece and abroad. It allows for immersive learning, realistic simulation, and flexible training. We also have developed an application by Track AI. It's an application which focuses on metabolic health and disease prevention. It's an app that is supported by an AI engine. Then user is taking photos of the food is consuming, and the application is analyzing, summarizing, and track patterns. If the end user so decides, he can make the data accessible to his doctor, nutritional, or to his metabolic health expert. Some features are freemium, but also there are some features that are only available for premium members. In relation to the products that we have under development or under construction, let's say, in the area of virtual reality, we have SurgiLite VR, which is a virtual reality-based surgical training solution. It's for light surgical training for medical students and healthcare institutions. In the area of augmented reality, we're developing SurgiTech AR, which is a tool that enhances surgical precision by overlaying critical information onto a surgeon's field of view. In the area of AI, we are developing an innovative AI algorithm, Early Scan AI, which for identifying pancreatic cancer at a very early stage. Theratechnica VR's competitors, in relation to unlike competitors, Theratechnica is combining VR, AR, AI, and mobile applications into a cohesive ecosystem. We focus both on developed and underserved healthcare markets. We keep an eye on both research and commercialization, and we have identified a holistic roadmap for growth. Our business model allows for flexible pricing. It's based on subscription. We list device, and we also allow for customizable packages for institutions that they can choose the service according to their needs. What's next? Expansion of our virtual reality solutions, productize the products that we are developing in AR and AI, collaborates, scaling up. Our top team comprises of experts with deep expertise in the areas of healthcare and technology, and are at the same time the founders of the company. We expect 2026 to be our first year of profitability with profit margin of 33%. Based on this information, we provide an investment opportunity of 1.5 million for growth and innovation. We tend to use this stuff mainly for product development, marketing sales, market penetration, and scaling up. Why invest in us? We have proven innovation. We're addressing global healthcare gaps. We have a strong market potential and scalable business model. We have identified the clear path to profitability, and we are commercial ready. Thank you for your attention. I would like to invite you to join our vision to shape the future of healthcare. Feel free to contact me directly after this meeting if you find any interest in Theratechnica. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Mr. Koubidis, for such an insightful presentation. If there are any questions, let's open the floor for them. Oh, we have one. Is BiteTrack AI published?
It's going to be published by the end of November.
Great. I have a question. What would you say is the unique selling point of your products and services?
Unlike the competitors who, let's say, specialize in one area of the healthcare technology, we have an holistic approach. we provide the institutions with the option to, let's say, to cherry pick of different solutions and make something that is fully customized to their needs.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you very much, Mr. Kouvidis. Now, moving on to the next presenter, we have Mr. Haramis, who is innovating in the life science, presenting for Click to Therapy. Mr. Haramis, please take it away.
You are muted, Mr. Haramis. You are muted.
Thank you very much. I guess now we are okay. So my name is Panagiotis Haramis. I'm co-founder and CEO of Click to Therapy. When I relocated back to Athens from the UK, I was looking for a psychologist in order to improve my self-awareness. However, the experience was very discouraging. First, it was difficult to identify which therapist was right for me among psychologists, psychotherapists, life coach, and so on. And then I was wondering which profession, if they are qualified enough to do their job. After that, I had to decide which therapeutic approach was suitable. Imagine that there are more than 500 different approaches. And when I made all these decisions, the experience itself was very stiff and was lacking engagement. So we started focusing on these pain points, and we created a network of vetted and qualified therapists. And after that, we developed an algorithm which suggests the most suitable therapist for your specific case. And finally, we redesigned the whole therapeutic experience, taking into consideration that the AI, that the profession, the practice of psychologist is under threat due to the AI evolution. We are planning to augment this experience with the help of AI. So we are proud of what we have achieved so far. 2 years ago, we raised our pre-seed ticket by Genesis Ventures, and since then we got profitable, and now we have GMV of 200K, and we are aspiring to triple our GMV in 1 year and reach a network of therapists of 600. Our product approach is that we have a platform which delivers end-to-end online therapy. First of all, we create the clinical profile of the user using NLP and machine learning technologies. And after that, we match with the most suitable therapist. Once they are matched, the user can book a free session with a therapist in order to discuss the therapeutic request and also to agree on the therapeutic plan. And after that, the user purchases sessions and the therapy begins with video sessions with a therapist. So we have established our market position in Greece, and our magic sauce is that we combine both psychology and technology. In brief, we are a tech-oriented company which brings psychotherapy principles into the digital world. We're aspiring to expand geographically, focusing on these countries in order to address a market of 600 million, targeting revenues of 55 millions. Our first stop is France, and the reasons behind are, first of all, as a team, we have the language and cultural capabilities of addressing this market. The competition there, although there are massive marketplaces, they don't have an end-to-end solution for online therapy. And finally, from the pilot that we ran, we had some promising first results. The other area that we are focusing is to have an aspiring product roadmap. First of all, by creating a more detailed clinical profile of the user with the help of a virtual therapist in order to have a more precise matching. And second, and most importantly, we're planning to augment therapeutic experience with automated therapy notes, diagnostic tools, progress tracking, and also guidance to the therapist. Our ask is 400K in order to reach and penetrate the French market. And this is the reason why half of that will go for growth in the French market. We are our confidence derives from our team, which covers all the critical roles from psychology, technology, machine learning, marketing, etc. And we are all aligned with our vision, which is with the aid of technology, we aim to empower everyone to improve their mental health. Thank you very much. So I'm here for your questions.
Elena, you are muted.
I'm sorry, I was muted. Thank you again, Mr. Haramis. Let's take
Thank
some
you.
questions from the audience, if there is one. This is a very, very interesting topic, and I really like the combination that you make with
Indeed.
psychology, indeed. What is your differentiator from the competition in Europe and Greece?
Well, it comes back to your comment. As you said, the combination is our differentiator as well, because one common risk for companies in the industry is that either operating as marketplaces, so they just match the therapist with the users and then they facilitate the online session, or they are operating as digital clinics, so they are very dull. So what we are doing is that we combine these two sciences, because what we want to deliver, we know exactly, we have deep understanding of psychology and the principles of psychotherapy, and we know exactly what features we need to develop in order to deliver an experience which exceeds, at the end of the day, the experience that someone has from the on-site therapy. And this is actually our differentiator.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you.
If there are no other questions, let's move on with athletes wear operating within the well-being industry. Presenting for Mr. Dilopoulos. Mr. Dilopoulos, over to you.
We can't hear you, Mr.
Yes.
Deliopoulos.
Do you hear me now?
Yes.
Okay. We're good to go?
Yes, please. Go ahead.
Okay, excellent. A photograph, a diploma, a medal, all reminding us of a journey, a personal achievement, uh, a memory that connects us with others. This kind of emotion is the same that an athlete feels when he sees his official finishing time. Those times are scattered among the various organizers, and it's extremely difficult for any athlete to gather this information, thus keeping him disconnected from the most important part of his journey, the destination. There is a need for a free hybrid application for mobile and desktop, where athletes can have a personalized event calendar, their official time history, in order to create those memories and be able to share them. There are over 600 million amateur runners and triathletes participating in over 60,000 events, making over 200 million posts on Facebook and Instagram. Athletes VR is a freemium app that offers a personalized event calendar and race-specific champions and official time history and statistics while having social features. The market is big, but every time we add another sport, it's getting bigger. Taking in consideration our growth rate, we estimate that by about 2029, we'll have over 25 million users. Our business model is of that of a subscription, and we estimate that 10% of our users will use our subscription features. Our user acquisition strategy is ingenious, simple, and cost-effective. We take exclusivity rights on official fishing times, and we have 85% of the participants downloading our app. There is competition, but while everyone focuses only on training statistic, we cover the journey of the participation, the finishing time, and keeping him in touch with the memories that he have created out of the race. We are first to market, and through our business model, we create a new stream of revenue for organizers from official finishing times from previous years. This is the Athletes We Are team with a different skill set, all working in harmony for Athletes We Are domination. Until now, we have raised two pre-seed rounds, the government grant and my money, have a signed deal with Polar, and above 45,000 users after the authentic marathon. We have entered these countries and are going for more. What we ask is 500, what we're offering is a 500K investment opportunity in order to speed up growth. Thank you very much. That's all for me.
Thank you. Thank you very much. I have a question that I would like to make. Could you please tell us what are your next steps, your upcoming plans? How are you going to use the money?
Okay. We already developed our first subscription feature, which is going to be implemented on January the 1st. And then we have two more features subscription based, which will be introduced at 2026 January. And then we will take 2 years or more to introduce a VR racing system that we have thought of. But most of the money is going to be used in user acquisition because, and this is most important, most see amateur athletes, but amateur athletes are the decision-making consumers. So there is a large opportunity because the app works with push notification to promote a wide variety of products and services to our users.
Okay. Thank you. If there are no other questions, let's now proceed with our next startup. Our next presenter is Mr. Kaskarelis, innovating in the insurance tech. Mr. Kaskarelis, the stage is yours.
Okay, thank you. Just give me a second to share the screen. Just to verify that I'm sharing the screen right now. Can you see my screen?
Yes, great.
Okay, hello, I'm George Kaskarelis. I'm the founder and CEO of Good Fairy Insurance. Good Fairy is the first insurance broker in the world to earn the People and Planet First certification. And as our motto says, we use insurance for good. Okay, so did you know there are over 10 million social enterprises worldwide creating positive impact for society and the environment, and collectively generating more than $2 trillion annually? Yet, despite the presence of social enterprises in nearly every industry, from smartphones to toilet paper, from banking to clothing, none offer insurance, even though it is a legal requirement for everything, from driving car, from having a mortgage home, and so many things. So our solution was to build a digital platform that turns insurance from a routine transaction into a purpose-driven force for good, supporting non-profits and driving positive change for society and the environment, all at no extra cost. This allows our customer to feel more connected, empowered, and fulfilled with every policy they purchase. So, how our platform works. First, the user select a cause they want to support, followed by a specific nonprofit for us to donate on their behalf. For example, a user may choose to support environmental efforts by donating to a nonprofit that cleans the seabed through underwater diving initiatives. Next, as the user enters their vehicle or property and personal details to receive a quote, as they compare quotes from multiple insurance providers, they can also see the donation amounts linked to each policy. Upon checkout, the user receives the insurance policy along with the receipt for the donations made on their behalf. Our business model is quite simple. As an insurance broker, we earn revenue through commissions from our partner insurance companies. These are averaging around 18% on the gross premium. From this, one third is donated directly to nonprofits. Our go-to-market strategy aligns with those of many social enterprises. So we leverage our social impact through digital marketing, partnerships with nonprofits and influencers, and community events. This approach promotes positive word of mouth, reduces advertising costs, and increases our donation impact. Our served obtainable market consists of 1.2 million people that currently insure their vehicles online in Greece, a number that is expected to exceed 2 million by the end of the decade. While our total addressable market is projected to surpass 300 billion by 2031, driven not only by increased online purchases of car insurance, but also by property and cyber insurance. So far, during our soft launch with our MVP, we onboarded 52 nonprofits and made 245 donations, totaling 5,072 euros, all without any advertising costs. We seek 500,000 in seed investment to accelerate our growth strategy, aiming for a net profit of 3 million and a valuation of 19 million by the end of 5 years. This will position us for a Series A funding and set the stage for international expansion. We are a 4-member teams. I oversee product and technology. Aris leads branding and marketing. Alex manages impact and financials, and Dimitris handles strategy and mentoring. So far, we have received several awards and distinctions, with our latest achievement being bronze at the 2024 Environmentals Awards in the Sustainable Product or Service category. Our vision is to drive the biggest positive impact by establishing good ferry insurance as the premier buy, give back business in the world. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. That was a very insightful presentation. I haven't come across anything like that, at least in the Greek market so far. So, who do you see as your competitors
Well,
in Greece, at least in Greece?
our main competitors are our direct competitors are the other online insurance platforms like Insurance Market, Anytime, PriceFox, etc., etc. And the indirect competitors are the traditional insurance brokers, the ones that are, brick and mortar ones.
Okay, thank you. Let's see if there are any questions. Please feel free. You can also contact the startups today after the event. We can give you the contacts and move on. So thank you once again, Mr. Kaskarelis. So Mr. Zourdoumis, ADR for all, operating in the legal system. Please proceed.
Thank you very much. Let me try to share my screen.
Yes.
Sorry. Do you see my presentation?
No.
No. Just give me a second.
Yes, take your time.
Now?
Yes.
Okay, great. Actually, we are going to present the online dispute resolution ecosystem for consumers and traders. Practically, what we have built is an innovative approach to out-of-court conflict resolution through technology. Our team has been based, has a long experience on resolving disputes. And it has two basic assumptions. The first one is that the increase of transactions leads to increase of disputes, and there are millions of them in e-commerce and digital marketplaces and so forth. The resolution of consumer disputes remains out of technology and often out of reach. And what we need is a well-targeted dispute resolution ecosystem at the heart of not only for the protection of the consumer, but for the protection of the relationship between the trader and the consumer. So the problem roughly is that there is accessibility problems. The consumer doesn't know where to go when he has problems of such kind. There are high costs related to the procedure if it is not being resolved out of court. There are connection gaps between the parties, system inefficiency, longer resolution times, and lack of personalized interest. So the solution that we suggest is that we have built a consumer app and traders platform. We have a dual ADR process. The app covers and the process covers all sectors. There is a direct access to an ADR body, global coverage, and econ-friendly as everything is done online. This is the structure of the ecosystem that we have built. These are some of the screenshots of the app. And the typical case flow, just to give you a hint of how it works, the consumer downloads the app free. Then he starts a direct, he files a complaint directly to the trader for direct negotiation. If the case is not resolved between the two, then he can submit the case to an official EU ADR body. Now, the trader and the consumer is informed in every stage of the process, and the way to resolve this issue is that they both log in into virtual negotiation and mediation rooms. So no need for phone calls, emails, hard copy documents, and so on. Now, is there a demand for the system? Well, with 2.77 billion online shoppers, 26.6 million e-commerce stores, 52% of them are cross-border shoppers, and this is especially important because our system overcomes jurisdictional problems because it resolves the disputes out of court. And most of the transactions are made through the use of smartphones. That's why we insisted to have as an entrance point of the complaint smartphones. Now we see the complaint management as a service. So it increases customer loyalty, it increases sales because when a consumer feels pretty sure that whatever comes up with a problem, it will be tackled effectively. There is a horizontal application of overcoming jurisdictional issues, protection from negative reviews, company emails, and so this system doesn't come to substitute existing systems, but probably to complement them, to make them easier for the traders, of course, for the consumers. Now, the total addressable market is huge. It's practically every consumer and every trader selling products to consumers around the world. It covers almost all industries, all traders that are selling services or products to consumers wherever they are established. The growth potential is also huge because there's a global market of consumer traders, millions of transactions, open markets in and out of the EU, and one app for all disputes. And what is very important is that there is a legislative reform now in the European Union which proposes voluntary participation of traders outside the EU, so it will cover companies from outside the European Union, and there is a duty to all traders to reply when consumers file a complaint to any other body. So in this way, we're establishing a channel for this. Survey to traders so far showed that most of the traders are tackling this sort of problems with traditional means like forms, emails, and so on. And the competition that we're faced with is very, very limited because there's no system like this with all the characteristics combined in one system out in the market. The revenue streams will come from subscription fees by the traders and ADR bodies for the use of the system, and fees per case or package fees for the dispute resolution process with consumers. The app will be downloaded free for all the consumers, and also the negotiation process, the first level resolution process, will be free. What we ask is we have a funding request of 150,000 euros allocated to system upgrade, marketing, hired personnel, and operational cost. And the second we want is introduction request, meaning that we want investors to introduce our system to large B2C companies, and in which we will return a profit share on the annual revenues. We have a leading team with great experience. All of them have a background in law and are specialists in dispute resolution technology, negotiations, and mediation. They are speakers in international fora. I have tremendous expertise in the field, in the build of this sort of systems, and they have still hold and held positions in reputable worldwide organizations. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you very much. A very, very interesting presentation. We have a question. What is your current marketing position? How do you plan to grow?
We launched the application maybe less than 2 months ago, and we are in the process of making meetings with large enterprises. We have big volumes of disputes and cases and transactions, and that's where we stand. There are some smaller entities that are being registered in our system, but the volume of their cases is not too big so far. And what we basically want to do is, to talk to investors and use their leverage in order to introduce us to big market leaders who will use our system and resolve disputes with the system. And we are available to offer them the entire system, but also fragments of it, meaning that if they have their own system and they don't want to replace it with a new one, they can use the second level of dispute resolution, which is a dispute resolution by an ADR entity.
Great. There's another question. How scalable is your platform?
Well, I would say it is quite scalable. I mean, the platform is built in a way that we can scale it up. The opportunities out in the market is tremendous, and if we consider that we are talking about the industry of disputes, and we think that is the fastest growing industry in the world, disputes will never cease to exist, and the more transactions that we do, the more disputes that we have. So I would say sky is the limit, and with the help of the investors and some more upgrades we want to do in our system, I think it will scale up easily and in great numbers.
Thank you, Mr. Zourdoumis, very much.
Thank you very much.
Now let's proceed with Mr. Papadopoulos with Cubers, innovating in the edutech and health tech. Can you hear us?
Elena, I think that we might have a technical problem, so we're gonna give 2 minutes for Mr. Papadopoulos.
Okay.
Yes, we hear you. Just give me us 1 minute and we connect. I'm already connecting from Cubers. Thank you very much. Just 1 second.
As I said, the event will be recorded and it will be available to our investors upon request while we wait for Mr. Papadopoulos. Mr. Papadopoulos, are we ready?
Okay, he's joining now. Many apologies because we had a critical situation personal with my daughter. I'm in the hospital. So I asked Mr. Papadopoulos was an unfortunate sudden event that it's an emergency. So I asked to replace me. Otherwise, it was me to present the project. And he's joining now. I can start by sharing the presentation.
Yes, please do.
Can you see my screen?
Yes.
Okay. So would you like me a little bit to make an overview before to save time for you until Leonidas joins?
Yes, that
Since
would be great. Yes.
And again, apologies for the situation.
That's okay. We hope everything works out, and we're wishing you a speedy recovery.
I hope we first find the reason and then to find the recovery because we're still looking for the reason. Anyway, so Cubers, and this is a critical point, was about my daughter in the first place. It was the news of the project. It was about kids with learning difficulties and how to empower families with special education needs to make them thrive. So I'm coming here as with two hats, the hat of the entrepreneur and the hat of the mother, having a personal journey with my daughter all these years that I was struggling to find information, to find experts and solve all these issues that we daily confront. About the problem is huge. Only dyslexia has millions incidents in Europe, and autism is also has a boost over the last years. So we have from sources 90 million families in EU have a member with special education needs, and 40% report difficulties accessing essential support services. What I want to say, there are many child that in these cases are undiagnosed because parents feel uncomfortable. There are still stereotypes that prevents them to seek for help or to admit to themselves there is a problem in the first place. So what there is, the problem is that there are inadequate support for those that go to the first step to find information. There's a lack of access to specialized service and quality information. There's no community support, the stigma and discrimination, as already mentioned, and the most important of all, fragmenting professionals, education institutions, and families' connections. So parents struggle to navigate through those difficulties every day with almost zero support on these issues. Of course, there are many initiatives by the government, but the most important part is their lack of coordination. So what we want to solve here, using also technology as a tool, is to help them in three ways. First of all, to create an AI tech for families with special educational needs environment by having an AI expert at home. Why we want to do this and what motivates us, as I said already, is my personal story with my daughter that has frustrated me so much by not having resources, experts, and people to help me. So how we can help them? In three ways: creating an AI-powered role-play platform to empower parents with simulations, role-playing models, transforming the way families understand, interact, and support their unique needs, and facilitate a community to enable peer-to-peer support, share stories and resources, and find even more support and information on that end. So how we do that? With an AI role-playing model is the one part. with AI assistant for real-time personalized support, dynamic simulations I mentioned, and cross-referenced information by valid sources, because there are many sources in the internet, but there's a language barriers, they're not validated, so we use a more advanced tool. We actually have a prototype to present, if Leonidas may at the end join, that it is a generative AI approach with a model having even reactions, human reactions to possible scenarios, that those scenarios, it was trained a model by open sources and validated by experts. So we are almost in a good way to finalize with technology readiness about 7, and we already joined for this reason a Smart Health European program, having presented that. So there's an I sent AI assistant for real-time personalized support with simulations that helps parents have an AI expert at home that help them reduce stress, offer immediate support, and have localized chapter. And of course, this model has gamification feature that even empowers parents to search more, and it's on multilingual and AI virtual coach that helps them do that. So on top of that, we have a progress tracking and assessment tool, that progress tracking dashboard with personal growth, milestones, and shareable insights. And every time you go to an expert, you don't have to go from the beginning. That could be enhanced even with blockchain technologies to have more specified access into parts that experts need, because each case is different. Sometimes there are more than one case. They can have dyslexia and autism at the same time, so it's not one, it's more complicated, and those help making a better tracking and remember. As I said, there are peer-to-peer groups and resources, of course. On the peer-to-peer groups, we have already launched a community on Facebook that is started with a few members and now has a speed growth. We haven't spent even €1 in marketing. So we have already in 1 hour about counting more than 10,000 views without having any marketing spending so far. So that it's only 3 months that we do that, and we see how much is needed such a tool and such a community, that there is no one else that combines all these learning difficulties into one place. So to have a one-stop shop that have the community, the progressing tool, and the AI assistant. So the way it will appear to the mobile is with the gamification features is kind of like that. I have made some screenshots so you have a better visualization of what we're approaching. The market is huge, as I said. There are many undiagnosed cases, but I think this all knows, so I will not stand to that. We have set our objectives by developing an update and comprehensive library of resources for strong collaboration with key organizations. We already have made the awareness event with municipalities like Dionysos, and we'll keep moving by enter the European program Smart Health, as I mentioned before. And of course, we have set our go-to-market strategy, which is networking, startup competition, social media, and all these tools that more or less I won't spend time on this, because I think most of people know that. So how we monetize our product is having a free plan with limited scenarios per month, access to the community but not able to post or request information, access to limited knowledge base, articles and limited special advice, and limited personal recommendation through the community. But we monetize through a premium plan, which is the cost is very low. If you consider that if you go to an expert, you need €50 just to make a question. And so to have a guidance with almost less than €15 per month, it would be ideal. To have unlimited access to personalized scenarios, AI coaching, progress tracking, exclusive content, and access to advice. And full access, of course, to our community that we tend to make it global. Here there was a request about specific money, having considered most of them, the biggest part is the media spend, except of hiring and product, of course. Because our model is very easy and easily scalable, being a subscription model in the first place. our projection, our goal is to reach 1 million in 5 years plan by helping 13,750 children to sign. And our group is from me, of course, as a founder and a person who has already experienced this problem. Leonidas Papadopoulos, who runs Viable Innovation Hub, he's very tech-oriented and he has run AI models in different industries before. So this model is tested as a model, but not in a specific industry. So we only need to switch, and this is a competitive advantage. Our communication PR manager, Marios Heretakis, and George Konstantopoulos, who is based in UK, who run accelerators and incubators in UK, specific in social impact and market innovation, and of course, experts of the field, educational experts and learning difficulties experts. So on top, as I told you before, there is an analytical then reference on what each tool I already mentioned you is doing. But in 3 pillars is the progressing tracking tool, the community, and the AI expert at home, which is analyzed more specifically. We have made a plan of hirings and what we want to, what our goal is by hiring, to make a justification of our hiring cost plan. And here is the part that Leonidas would be more meaningful to join, but as he has some issues. Okay. Okay, so you can go on from here.
Yes.
I thought you had a
apologize.
problem to join.
Apologize everyone for the delay. Actually, I'm in London and we had a very bad, traffic. So that's why I was delayed. I have already participated in the presentation already that David has already presented you. What I would really like to mention is about the technology that merges business technology and actually the market needs. So the main idea is that we would like to combine different assets, open source that is already used globally, combined with pre-trained data sets from experts, combined with the agent approach. So we would like to create the first AI consultation for learning difficulties in this area. And the main idea of having that is by combining the elements that I mentioned before. We would like to create a human-machine collaboration. So we would like to give the opportunity to the parent to ask everything. But if the answer is not what they are looking for, at the same time, we have the opportunity to connect with the experts. So we try to cover a two-side approach. And also about the operational efficiency, something that I would like to mention is that the main idea is that we would like to commercially wrap the part of commercialization combined with the operational efficiency. So regarding the operation, we would like to split into different small departments, agile team, 3 people, in order to execute those projects. There's specific competition that already exists. Some projects are more community-based, other specific organization. Globally, there were some approaches that they try to do the same, but not with the same execution level and accuracy of the results. We are here in order to deliver excellence, accuracy on the results, but at the same time combined with the human touch.
So, that is the end of the presentation. I skipped a little bit explaining these parts.
Thank you, Mrs. Petridou. Thank you very much. I have one question in case there isn't any from the audience. Compared to your competition, how do you compete with respect to price, for example, or with respect to features?
Okay. The main idea is that we would like to combine, as I mentioned before, the human touch. So like the expert that they could find. So we create like a two-side marketplace, which parents they could find experts in order to cover their needs. At the same time, we provide the AI consultant as a service in order to cover their specific day-to-day question. So the pricing is very reasonable based on the specific service and benchmark that we have already run. We have run a survey of 100 different parents who have already asked which will be the benchmark of the price. This price that we have put, it's on the middle of the low and high in order to keep the perception high, but at the same time to make it reasonable. And also this gives us the opportunity to have a proper go-to-market strategy, approaching the early adopters, and by using the mouth-to-mouth, which is something that those parents, they are using in their daily life. That's how they find services similar to that. So each mom, for example, has a specific solution on it, then they will refer to the other mom, the story goes. So that's how it goes. So we would like also to create viral coefficient effect by creating a go-to-market strategy which will leverage the pricing element. So for example, if a mom refer another mom, they will have 50% discount. So this will give us the opportunity to scale a lot in terms of adapting new users and new clients without needing to change the business model as its own. I don't know if I covered your question.
Yes, you did. Thank you. Thank you very much. And now that concludes our pitching session for today. I want to thank you all, our presenters for their pitches, our audience for their questions. Before we wrap up, I would like to remind everyone that you can connect with these startups for further discussion and potential collaboration. Recording, as I previously said, will be available upon request. Thank you again for joining us today. We look forward to seeing you at our next event. Have a nice day.
Thanks so much.
Thank you.
Thank you
Thank
very
you.
much.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.